What a shame. Everything is a political battle, even going to the bathroom. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard. It's Bubba's Bottom Line, and we are back from Vegas and ready to run. And here we are, and it's amazing how the more say that things are the same, the more they change. And this political battle is heating up, it's a shame because it got nothing to do with the election. It is no matter what, whether you want to go to one bathroom or another. It doesn't matter because you got to go through a whole political crisis to do so. I mean, I just came back from Las Vegas, and geez, what stories I had to tell you out there. But in the meantime, so we now have the presidential candidate, Vice President Biden, if he remembers where he's at, and of course Kamala Harris. And hey, here we go. Here's the ticket, and here's the battle, but the issues remain the same. It is just total jokery. I don't even know what word to use, but it's just ignorance. Watching the battle on politics, even you go to hydrochloroquine, okay? The drug that the president said was good, and now that one says no, yes, no, yes. I don't know which way to turn. In fact, I'm so dizzy thinking about it, but there was a recent letter penned to Dr. Fauci from 7 major doctors at major universities that, believe it or not, some of them are on the left side, which is because we know if it comes from a doctor at a university or an epidemiologist that works in the left, it's going to be a left biased report. Yet they say it works. Isn't it shocking that if you're on the left, it doesn't work. If you're on the right, we'll see. And maybe it works. It works. I don't know what to think because, again, in fact, in my own family, I've got 2 doctors, okay? One's on one and one's on the other. And of course, the one who says hydrochloroquine is no good is on the left. The one who says hydrochloroquine is good is on the right. Now, isn't it a shame that here we are having to debate the issue because of our political views rather than if it works or not? And shouldn't it be up to the individual patient as to whether or not they want to take it now? This is the problem with America today, is that anything you want to do is a straight battle across lines of what you believe and who should the next president be. Now, to me, that is about as ridiculous and you can almost call that criminal. Because, again, whether you like President Trump or not, the economy has grown. You can make up all the stories you want, and no matter what he does, if it's good, they will say it's bad. Yet the lazy asses in Congress have done nothing for not going on 4 years, but fight and battle and spend our money to do so. Not their money, not their salaries, but our money. So you can keep backing that crap, but to me, somebody's got to stand up and start this thing a little bit over. Because again, it doesn't matter at this point what side you're on. If you're on either side, you should be an American, and you should decide that you're tired of the mess that is being created and the waste that we're seeing across the globe. It is just, it's pathetic. Okay. In the meantime, we're in this mail-in ballot debate, and of course, the post office, okay, says they can't handle it anyways. Of course, we know they can't. Listen, the post office had trouble handling day-to-day mail, and they don't get very much anymore. And again, I'm not against the post office, but again, the post office has the same problem that many things have happened, is that they've been outdated throughout history. There's not much of a need for the post office. Most people process everything electronically. Most people process their payments, invoices, everything through the internet, through email. So the post office, now to talk about bringing in mail-in ballots, you can't even get one state to get cleared away on the ballot system on voting without problems. How are you going to do it across the world, across the nation, across the United States of America? It makes no sense. Cannot be done in a matter. And again, you want to start right now and say, you want a ballot, you got to request it, and you can do that. Hey, that's no problem. Absentee voting, you can do that. But to think that you can mass produce and mass put out ballots, and there won't be funny business. And listen, I'm not saying it only be funny business on the left. It doesn't matter. We don't think there's some been election stuff over the years back and forth. I mean, we know certain things that have rumored to have been happening back in the 60s. Okay, we know there's been, but so we know that there can be some issues. We can know there's been some, as they say, stuffing the box. Okay, on either side. Again, that shouldn't be a political issue because both parties have the abilities to do so. But overall, you want to talk about a chaos. There's your chaos. Okay, and if we can vote, I mean, if we can go to protest, if we can go other places, we can go to the grocery store, we can go to a voting booth. Okay, pretty simple. Okay, it's amazing how everything can be done as we're seeing it done. Even my vacation that I just came back from. Okay, the Vegas vacation, you left the hotel when you came back. You had to walk through a scanner taking your temperature. Hey, I got no problem with that. Social distancing, blackjack, poker. I mean, the casino was open. Just there was some other restrictions that usually don't apply. But it doesn't matter. They operated perfectly, functionally, without issue. So I guess why can't you go to voting? You go to the airport. So in the meantime, a bunch of crap. A bunch of crap, which again, another way that the left in this case wants to steal the election. Right? Because they don't believe that they can win, and the ticket they're putting up, which I'll talk about in my commentary. So we'll talk about that later. You can think about that for a minute. In the meantime, the day trading of millennials. My goodness gracious. Bank of America reports a record number of in trading activity. Okay. Now again, that's great. I'm glad there's action in the markets. Okay. But again, we know what this leads to eventually. Now, again, it's the interesting part, but more importantly, what you start to see is the products that are created, okay, in markets that allow people to start to trade them. So how are the millennials trading? Amazon and Tesla and all that. Well, there is products being created for them. Now, does the products being created them sound familiar? Okay, let me think. Think back. You don't have to think far. Okay, how about the CDOs and CVOs that were created for the Big Short? Okay, again, remember, investors, markets will create products that come from need, but eventually you continue to put derivatives upon derivatives upon derivatives. Remember what that does to the mathematical factor and how it geometrically explodes. Okay, that's always the issue. Okay, because what they're doing is starting to create much over leverage. You cannot really account for the sliver of this. Listen, there's a lot of stories about it. We won't get into the technical views of that. But the point is that they're doing very similar types of things that they were doing in every bubble that we have. And again, this is a bubble. Make no mistake. Now again, it doesn't mean that you should not participate in the bubble. It doesn't mean you shouldn't do things with it, because I'm with you. Hey, I'm in. We're still along. Okay, so again, don't think that you can't get involved, but just be aware. Again, that's always the story I want you to be a part of, is that you're aware that what can happen soon. Okay. Now, a surprise, China is starting the experimenting and the practicing of use of what? Oh, digital currency. I've been warning about this. Now, I had no idea it would be this soon, okay? I had no clue it would be this soon. But if it starts in China, you can bet your ass it's coming here. Listen, we already know they're working on it. So again, this is not a good thing. Okay? Digital currency as the only currency for anywhere, excuse me, is not a good thing. But again, China is using it and working on it as we speak. Now, I got to tell you something. As I said, I was in Las Vegas and stayed at a beautiful hotel. You know, I like the Red Rock. It's very nice. It's out in Summerlin. It's out where I have a home. And, you know, in the morning, the hours I work, you know, I started very early. I started at 1 a.m. or so, 1:30 a.m. working, okay, for the next day, especially there because I started at 2 o'clock in Chicago. But anyways, so I have to get up early, and so there's nothing for me to do. So I have to keep stuff in my room so I can, you know, kind of drink and do things while I'm working, you know, as I'm, you know, coffee or Pepsi, whatever. In the meantime, you know, my wife would go down in the morning and get me like a smoothie somewhere around 9 o'clock, because that's about what, you know, in the conditions of the world today, things don't open as quickly. So it was about 9:30, things would start to open. So she goes down and, you know, go to the one place. One place was closed that I liked. For some reason, the person didn't show up, but she went to another juice bar that was there that could make a smoothie, and she ordered, and they said, you have to pay first, right? And she said, okay, I'll give you a Discover. No, we don't take credit cards. So she came up to the room, got some cash, went back down. No, we don't take cash. Okay, we don't take room charge. Okay, what do you take? We take Apple Pay only. Okay. Now again, look, I'm not against Apple Pay. I don't like Apple myself. You know, the product, I got rid of it. I'm a Droid user now, but my whole family, the rest of my family uses Apple. But you take Apple Pay only? Is that a warning sign for the future, or is it an idiotic part of the store? What the hell? What's wrong with that picture? Think about that one. Okay, and you know, again, the internet is so biased, and they continue to stop conservative views. It's not just President Trump. They continue to stop all conservative views. And all of you should be somewhat concerned about the fact that they're stopping that because, again, it doesn't just affect you today. It's not just about Donald Trump, okay, that you might not like him or whatever. Again, I think he's doing a great job. I think he's wonderful, okay? Again, is he the greatest, nicest person in the world? Hell, I don't know him that well, okay? But I do know that he's done great things to the economy. I know that he's been trying to keep America working. I know things are improving. But at the end of the day, okay, forget about these two presidents or these candidates. Going to the future, if you continue to let this happen, you are going to destroy the America you know. Okay, the United States of America, the way it exists, the way it should exist, is already struggling to maintain our identity. If you continue to allow media to shut down viewpoints, okay, you will destroy the way America is and who we are and their identity. Now, those of you who are my age, it will not affect. You will remember, you will know, and it won't have as much of an effect. But the generations to come will be somebody else, and they will not be the world power that we are today. This is Bubba's Bottom Line. Todd Bubba Horowitz. Great to be back from Vegas, and we will step out here for a break and be back right after the break with more of Bubba's Bottom Line. So, kids, yep, I was in Vegas, and it was great, but, you know, I tell you, I did a lot of things with the family farm partnership while I was gone, and, you know, I got to tell you, like I said, they're a great organization. I can't wait to do some presenting with them and to share more information with you. But Family Farms, what a great group. And, of course, don't forget about our brokerage partners, okay? And that's CTG for futures and commodities. They do all of our letter direction trading, and we love the way they do the job. We love the way they execute. And, again, it's about customer service, okay? They execute consistently. They do what they're supposed to do. They've got some great new products. So again, CTG, futures and commodities, and for equities and options, Trader there is no one better for me. You know, again, I have brokerage accounts, many brokerage accounts, but for trading actively, why would you use anybody else when I'm paying $10 a month and traded 33,000 contracts last month? So why would I'm paying $10 for that? You think about that, okay? And then you tell me that you want to pay that 65 cents a contract and give the money to somebody else, even though it's supposed to be free. In the meantime, trade your brokerage, great partners. We've got their API. We're automating more of our things. So it's great for them. You want any information on CTG or Trader, email me at bubba@bubbatrading.com. And of course, Andy Hecht and his report, his new commodity report, technical. I'm telling you, look, the greatest commodity report there is. It has more detailed information about what you need to know if you're a fan. And certainly, if you want to check it out at bubbatrading.com, Technomental. And it's, I guess I said, it's a great report. Check it out. And of course, our high school program, we're trying to rebuild, get ready for the school season, which doesn't look like it's going to start so fast, but that's at Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. In the meantime, let's get back to Bubba's Bottom Line and me, Todd Bubba Horwitz. Right now, let's get back to the show. Welcome back. It is Bubba's Bottom Line. It is Todd Bubba Horwitz, and of course, the markets were kind of crazy last week. Lots of action, and of course, the big story of the week, I guess, would be the meltdown, pardon the pun, of gold and silver. And of course, we finally reversed. Of course, we took some pain on the way down, but we did make a fortune on the way up and kept most of the gains, which again is the design of what we do. But gold got absolutely ripped. I believe it was last Monday. And of course, through the week we reversed, and through the week it was kind of choppy the rest of the week. But again, remember our job, we don't predict markets are going in a direction. We're playing the trend. We're playing the direction of the market, not predicting the direction of the market. So right now, the trend has turned to lower, or at least the uptrend has stopped. So again, if it turns back, people are concerned it may turn back and we might start to see, rally. Was this a good sell? Hey, we will, unfortunately, but we will reverse back and get long. We're not stuck in one direction, okay, if we're wrong. If we're wrong, the algorithm was written to reverse out. It will read the trend, whatever that happens to be, without opinion, without thought, without what Warren Buffett's doing with Barrick Gold or what's happening in Turkey right now with the panics. It will read the market, and again, you could lose a little bit of money one way as it starts to have to reverse, but it doesn't matter because you're playing the long-term game of the laws of large numbers on an entire portfolio, not one product. In the meantime, silver took the same beating, and we're short. So we are short gold and silver, still long platinum. Okay, and again, when that changes, we will change. And I have no opinion. Listeners, I always have an opinion, right? But I have no opinion about what the trades are. I enter them. I don't think about it. Bang, bang. It's very easy and make money. What could be better? Equities, we are long across the board still. And again, it gets closer. There are some moments that that you're looking for a potential change. But again, this is always, remember, this is why we talk about the emotional side of trading, the opinion side of trading. If I do get emotional and I do want to change it, I don't get in the way. I sit and wait. Okay, I get the opportunity to wait until the algorithm changes. I don't have to make that decision. I don't have to think about it. That's the point. Okay, so we stay along here. Crude, as much as I hate it, we stay along. Okay, look, it's going up. What am I? Should I be mad because my opinion is wrong? We're long crude. Sorry. Okay, we're long natural gas, still going higher. We're short copper now, which again, to me, the copper is a sign. We warned about this a couple of weeks ago. Now again, I'm giving you that opinion there. The way copper was trading, it looked like it was getting ready to turn over, and it looks like the economy has got some issues too. There's things that are similar, and including the NASDAQ. So all those things together say to me, well, maybe we're getting very close to a problem. But again, I'm not I am not predicting. I'm just saying so we are short copper now, and we are still short dollars, and now we're short the notes and the bonds. So we're short notes, bonds, and dollars. Okay. And of course, one of those will probably change, and it'll probably be the dollar will change too. But right now, they all look the way they should be going. And of course, we know that there's going to be at some point a spiker in interest rates, as much as they tell you they're going to try to compress them, and they're going to compress them as hard as they can. But in a market society, most times it will try to take over, and all of all the damage being done by the excess money printing is going to eventually come back to roost, and you will get probably a hyperinflation type of action. Again, when this ends, it will be very ugly, okay, and it will take the heart out of a lot of people, but it'll be just another opportunity when it's all said and done. Again, I don't worry about when it ends. It will end. I know it will end. I know it will reverse. I know we'll make a lot of money when it does reverse, okay, and I know that my investments will be fine because they will do what they've always done, and they will make the same comeback, besides the fact that I'm entirely hedged anyways. So let it shall be what it shall be. Okay. And then, of course, the grain markets. All right. Well, again, they showed some life. Soybeans have reversed to the long side. We've had another USDA report come out. Look, the USDA and the Fed is the same almost. They have no idea what the hell's going on. It's amazing. Okay, it's. I don't even want to talk about it, but let me tell you. I wrote about it. I texted about it before it started. Okay, before the meeting, before the announcement, I said it will be, or the report based on price action. The action is neutral, bullish. The report was neutral, bullish, and we had a rally, and a pretty big rally. And corn, it looks like on the verge of changing, but it looks to me, as I've said all along, I'm short corn. I would have been like to long it a lot lower, but again, I'd like to be long it, but I will wait because again, that's the right thing to do. Okay, and wheat's getting very close to, so we could continue. We can see if we see. And again, I don't want explosions higher. I want gentle rallies higher because I don't want to have to chase the rally up. I would like to get in when the rally is down here, okay, when it's just starting versus, because again, this is where you can get one of those big short covering rallies. In the meantime, right now, short wheat, short wheat, corn, long beans. And meats or long across the board. They all look pretty good. Okay, now again, they had some, they didn't have a great week last week. It wasn't like a straight up week, but you don't want, look, understanding markets, you don't want straight up weeks. You want weeks that take you up gradually, okay, and trend. When you get straight up or straight down moves, that will usually signal you may be at the end of that trend. And if you're playing the trend, you don't want to see the end. You want that to be after there's been lots and lots of profit. They had that big blow off to the one side or the other. So he pulls the stop down and lets you get out much sooner. That's what you're looking for. You don't want, everyone says, oh, I'm going to get rich quick. But again, remember, most of you make the mistake when that happens and yank the trade off too soon anyway. So you miss most of the move. So again, we like this steadiness than these sharp ups. We want these sharp moves in our direction late in the cycle, not at the beginning, because it's much more challenging and brings a reversal closer than giving you the opportunity to let the markets work. So markets are markets. Now, volumes are still pretty much pathetic, but there's a little bit of improvement. There's a little bit of thing. Now, you remember, we are in the summer. So, we sometimes forget it is August. But, volumes have been reducing. And again, part of that's because, obviously there's more ETFs. So there's less of a need to create the basic your own ETF. But there's some things happening, and we're seeing some crazy stuff out there. Again, we talked about the sliver of stock, all of the extra access of day trading because of the lack of working. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with active trading. It's just it's very challenging. But again, when you start creating new products that will then actually create leverage, that becomes the potential issue. So again, in the meantime, we're going to stop out here for a break and come back with my commentary in a minute. But this is Bubba's Bottom Line. And of course, as always, I thank you for being here. We'll be right back with more after the break of Bubba's Bottom Line. All right, kids. Well, look, again, Vegas was great. I'm glad I'm back, though, because it's very tough to work. In the meantime, remind you, Family Farms, great partnership with us. Brokerage partners, CTG, equities, futures, commodities, a lot of direction trading. Great partner, great service, does all of our letter direction trading. Tradier, brokerage, equities, and options. Okay, $10 a month. That's all I have to say. Okay, I use both of them myself. I have other accounts. I use them both myself. CTG does all my letter direction trading, and I do 99% of my trading at Tradier because, again, they're both, in my opinion, the best fit for me monetarily and for what I need to have done and for the customer service that I require. Perfect. In the meantime, you want information on either one? You want a special link that I have? Email me, bubba@bubbatrading.com, or Andy Heck, Tech to Mental, Commodity Report, the best there is. Check it out at bubbatrading.com. That's Tech No Mental, okay, at bubbatrading.com. And of course, our high school program. Help us out if you can. In the meantime, this is Bubba's Bottom Line. Let's get back to my commentary right now. Welcome back. It is Bubba's Bottom Line. It is, of course, Sunday, August the 16th. And here we are. We've got the ticket, Harris and, well, actually, I guess it's Biden and Harris, but of course, Biden could be erased momentarily. I mean, after the time he looks like he's not there anyways. But of course, you have now, interesting enough, President Barack Obama, okay, has expressed some concerns about the vice president, okay, privately. But again, that's already, naturally, in this world, there's nothing private. And if he really meant to be private, he wouldn't say it. But he wanted to get out because I think he does have concerns of the former vice president. But again, it is my opinion. Okay, politics is a crap hole, anyways. Okay, so let's face one fact: A, I hate politics. B, I think they all suck. Okay, except I do think that the current president's doing a great job. Okay, I want to keep that clear that I believe that. Okay, but in the meantime, in the general, the whole system sucks, as I warned earlier, and there's going to be a major crisis here. We continue to let this happen. Okay, but you've got a ticket right now. It's a loser's ticket. Okay, you can say how great it is all you want. Harris and Biden is a losing ticket. It is designed as a loser because it is my belief that the left believes that this election, they've got no chance to win anyways. Okay, now again, you can talk about the polls. You can talk about anything you want. Okay, you can go for it. I'm not worried about it. Okay, I'm telling you that I believe the left believes they have no chance to win this election. So this is a waste ticket because Biden's got no chance. If he wins, it'd be a miracle to begin with. And if he wins, it'd be a miracle that he survived through the term. But again, either way, I think it's a loser's ticket. Okay, I think it's the same ticket in which the Republicans did in 08 against President Obama. Okay, they threw up a ticket that could not win, McCain and Palin. Okay, that ticket could not win. It was worthless. It had no shot. Okay, and I believe that's the same case. And I think certain times you pull your horns in, you save your best candidates for another day. And I think that's what the left is doing here. You can take that for what it's worth, and you can send all the hate mail you want. In the meantime, those are my opinions, and I'm allowed them because, of course, until now, and for now, it's still a fair America's free. Have a great weekend, everybody. As always, I thank you so much for being a part of Bubba's Bottom Line. We'll see you back tomorrow with real updates and get them out because, of course, it was very challenging from the road, but we're back in business. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Have a great weekend.